Hi, how are you? I wanted to do a quick video, so here we are. And let me kill that. Whoops. I was wondering why I still heard the music. Okay, yeah, just testing the sound. Sounds great. Now, I have a few photos of images of places that were along the way, but honestly, I had enough on my plate, and I wanted to get down to Pi Town, but this one right here is actually really long. It's much longer than the ones at Pi Town. It might be the longest one that I found here in the United States. Could double check those numbers. I'm pretty sure I found one that's really... I usually was working with kilometers in South Africa, so the ones that I found in South Africa I think are up to 40 kilometers long, but they're a little different. Now, this image is New Mexico, and it's along a river. As you can see, there's three places. Now, one thing that I just discovered, let me just pull up one picture that I had in my last video. And I've got a few here, actually, that I could show you. This is the picture of what I found in Colorado. And this is the... As I said in the video, the Continental Divide is right there. So what you see is one of the dikes goes from this mountain that direction. I think that in my thumbnail I kind of thought that was part of it, but right now I don't think so anymore. It just stops about here. I think that there's some on the other side of the river because it's blocking the river, but it's not going up to the mountaintop. And then this one is coming down from the mountain on this side and going that way, creating a dam across this river. And as you can see, the Continental Divide starts on one, skips over to the other. So you also have this straight looking line here that's actually kind of weird, and I kind of wonder about also, but I'd really have to see a spine of hard rock. Look at what I found in Pi Town. You see, this dike is not very big, but it still has this middle section that's all hard rock. And I can show you that little boulder and the way it decays, flakes, just like the big one that I walked on. And on the sides, you see soil that's up against the side, going almost to the top, rounding it off, creating a mountain structure. How did that soil get there? If this is a volcanic dike, then why is there a bunch of soil accompanying it that's not a rock? Now, there's a look at what I'm talking about in Pi Town. The one I just showed you is here, and I drove and found a road that cut through it. But the other one is much larger, and here's part of it that I was up against as well in Pi Town. I'll show you those Pi Town images in a different video. Okay, but what I do want you to see is that the dikes I'm seeking are quite intellectually arranged. Even though they're old, they're intellectually arranged. These parallel ones are going across. I'm going to show you where these are. This is in New Mexico. That's Lake Heron, I believe. You can also see something going on over here. So they were controlling, look right there. And then these lines, it looks like there's other rivers and creeks that they were trying to capture the water for. You also see these lines over here. We'll look at that in a moment live on Google Earth. Now this is in Colorado. Very, very close to where I was, but still I would, first of all, I was having a hard time with my, every time I went off-road, the GPS worked, but the internet didn't, the 5G on my phone or whatever. And I actually spent time in a hotel looking for these lines and just was having bad luck. There's another one in Colorado going right across the river from mountain shore to mountain shore, cutting that. I mean, some people could even argue that's modern day, but it has the same thing. We'll look at it in a minute. I want to show you where all of these are. I also want to find out who's with me right now. Is anybody back there? Nobody? That's okay. I got a thumbs up out of it. But what I want to say here, I should shut that because I'm getting a red light. I'm going to shut the chat for a while to avoid distraction. And I'm going to get through this material. These two parallel lines, a totally different place located in... Okay, that's the last photo. in, I believe that was New Mexico. Let's take a look. So first of all, I want to let you know that you can also get these links in this group called facebook.com/wasthisatlantis. And in the photo section, you can go down and find those. They're kind of hard to find. I was having trouble myself. So when you see the ET, that's ET and the Kalahari Canals, that's where these images start. And you can get those links. And I measured this one here a long time ago. And then it goes on to other stuff. But you do see other really much longer so-called volcanic dikes in Africa. They're obviously roads and canals. Okay, we are also still in the group. You can see those images. Not that one. That one is crazy, but I'm not talking about that today. So those images are here, and they're quite deep. I put them up back in 2022, after my second Africa to the Richat trip. Let's close that. Now I want to open Lake Heron is right here. Google Earth, you can see that in New Mexico. And New Mexico has a few things, but here you see right in the middle of the state, this Lake Heron is up at the top. And right when you zoom in, you can start to see these lines. Two of them are over here. 1, 2. Okay, what river is that crossing? Rio Chama. Okay, those two are obviously to control it. Same with these two. And we have something going on here that got all broken up. And something here that's a lot older, in my opinion. Now, we got to get in there and see that stuff. This might not even be that's not even, where is the mound? So you have to be careful. Sometimes I get tricked. That one right there now no longer, I don't know, something's going on there. Something was going on, like an older river or something. But now we have this, but we have this Rio Chama right here. I don't know what's going on there. But we'd still have some other very light lines there. But let's just focus on the ones that we can see then. When you zoom in, wow, am I wrong? Is there no ridge? Let's go back to, there's something going on there. Oh, is that a step? Maybe that's a step. Interesting. I didn't even notice that. Yeah. Yeah, those are steps. So, wow. That's new. I'll have to get in there and check it. Looks like there's a passage for water through here. Maybe it's like a big old flood control channel. And over here we have this one. Let's see what's going on here. Again, okay, so what we see here is a buildup of land going from there all the way across to the side. So maybe they carved it out, but those escarpments are pretty straight. And like I said, I have to figure out which ones. Look at this one right over here. Do we see the top of this? So that one, maybe you can be more convinced that it's natural, you know. I don't know about this one. This one's pretty high. And you can also see the spine. Now, where are we? I promised to show you where each one was. So as we back out, we can see Lake Heron is down there. And those are the ones we just visited. And going north again, back almost in... where is it? Right there. And by the way, what's that line? That's an interesting one right there. Also going across the river. I mean, when you zoom in and see the spine, okay, I don't see one. Usually you get this big spine. Yeah, there you go. There it is. And it's got the jag in it. By the way, that right there, I've seen that before where it just kind of goes off center and comes back. And it's like a totally straight line. So that one right there, this looks like it was created to control rivers. Now, as it goes around to this escarpment, I don't know what to tell you. Am I crazy? Could be. Look at that. You know, that looks just like the book cliffs. So that could have been scraped away. It certainly looks like it. Anyways, I'm not going to stretch too far. I want to focus on what I can demonstrate. Okay, this one, we already know that we're in... Okay, there's another one over here, right? Where is... Lake Heron is there. So up here is that last place we visited. I should name it. Lumberton. We could call it Lumberton, or we could call it Navajo River. But down here, you see those very clearly, and there's barely a city there, and you've got these roads. So I could have driven through that. Maybe you have to be careful. Sometimes these are ranches, and there's no way to get access. So this one is super long. That's the long one that I showed you already. 13 and a half miles long. I mean, volcanic dikes, how wide is a volcano? So when you say a volcanic dike caused this, that lava would have had to go a very long distance, and you can see the top of it sticking out. So when I ask you, oh, by the way, you've got these little side things. I saw one of those down in Pai Town, just like that, where you've got this big old lump next to it running along the side of it. But what I'm trying to say is you've got this skinny, and the whole thing's about 1/10 of a mile wide, but the center spine, and like I said, they all have them. Here's that one spine here. This one right here is only 10 foot wide, or maybe 12, maybe. I'm not sure. I should have measured it. This one right here, that one's a little wider. So it depends on the size of the work. As I mentioned, if you had one of them frosting piping tools that chefs use, you could just ooze that stuff right along there, and you could create a slushy slurry, and you create soil sides to catch it so that can dry in there. Now, I'm just guessing on how they did it, but I don't think that they put the silt and the sand up against it after it was already formed. So these are really big, and the one here, this one is actually quite long, just like the one that I visited in Pai Town, but even longer. And you have the parallel ones, all crossing rivers. Roads follow riverbeds. It's the easiest way to lay down a road through a rugged territory. And you don't have to, if you're doing a 4-lane freeway, of course you're going to have to create a different platform and environment. But if you're just making a highway that's 2 or 4 lanes total, usually 2 with a passing lane, then you're going to follow rivers, and that's what you see here. You see the road following a riverbed, and then you see the lines going across those riverbeds and those roads perpendicularly. Okay, I got one more. This is in Colorado. This one is really close to where I was. Now, where was I? Right over here. Wait, where are we? Let me just double check. Now I got lost. Where was that? See, that's what happens when you mess up. I think I can go back with this arrow and I can get there. First, well, I want to make sure I don't lose it. So, Mount Wilson. Here we go. Now, by the way, if you haven't detected it already, it's super windy. I got to go back a little farther. Come on, get me all the way back. No, there we go. Get me all the way back. I don't want to mess this up. All right, I've already messed it up. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the Was This Atlantis page. Whoops. Oh, what did I do that for? Let's go back and click on the Google Earth link and open it up fresh, because I totally messed that up. All right. Now, first, let's back out. So we've got a crisscross of straight lines there. If you go out, that's Beaver Mountain. So you got Beaver Mountain right in the center. Oh, yeah. And the other thing we have to do, did I lose it again? Where was that? Beaver Mountain. There it is. Right there. Okay, let me make this north-south. That's another problem. Sometimes it's not north-south. All right, now let's back out. And then I can see where I was. Okay, the Lone Mesa State Park right down here. Can I zoom in and see that again? There it is, right there. Beaver Mountain, Baymere, and the state park right there. Okay, so once we get out, we can see where I was. And I was down there. So this is a little bit, I think I actually did go through. Where's the, see, we need to see the roads. Let me turn on the roads. Where's the 70? Okay, where is that 70? 70. What state am I in? Colorado? Where is the 70? That's weird. So there's the, that's weird. 491 is right there. Okay, so I was really close to that, actually. I was pretty close because I went from Monticello this way, and I had no idea that was up there. So now I know. Road 31 takes you right through there. And it looks to me like ancient damming. Ancient damming. And if you don't know how, well, they usually have overburden dumping that they need a whole bunch of material. Maybe they actually quarried for this material. And they created some straight lines across there. And I think it was more than 50,000 to 100,000 to a million years ago. Now, Randall Carlson says that there was quarrying that was going on hundreds and thousands of years. So when you talk about ancient quarrying happening, we can talk about ancient damming and water control happening as well. Okay, so that's that one, and there's one more in Colorado. Let's figure that out. Where's the last one? Let's get back in there. Where is it? Okay, now I know where it is. It's right there. But I don't need two of these open. So this one, very interesting, right? I mean, it looks like it was doing its job and the river finally breached it in two places. Or there's another thing is these curves seem pretty controlled. You don't see a lot of debris in here of the spine. Where is it? Underneath the river? So either they got washed through and breached, or they were created to let the water through right there. And maybe there was some other structure there, because I kind of believe they were using this high pressure water to do placer mining. Now, this doesn't look like a mining area, and I do want to show you some that I found in another video. This is why I do live streams, because I cannot do all this editing. I just show you. So we got this one. We got this one. Where is it? Let's first go 2D, and then we'll click on the north-south, and we'll find out where this one is. Where is that? So, again, it's right close to that other one, which is right down here. Right close to it. So you've got that one, and then this one. We can get in the same shot. These two in the same shot. See, I find these and I put them up on the Was This Atlantis, because I don't really have time to remember. And sometimes I'll just get a little bit overkill. I should have shown both. Beaver Mountain and Belmere Mountain. If you draw a line, you've got a river that goes between them, and that river gets blocked in some way on both sides by those dikes. Oh, they just showed up. The trolls on Reddit. Oh, how they know. Oh, how they know. All right, so that's it. We've got this one. And by the way, another one that we can show two in one shot is right here. We actually almost can do three, right? 1, 2, and then I showed you down here this one. So we can put them all in one shot. That's New Mexico right there. Now, let's find out where the roads are, because getting there is most of the battle. So we got Highway 64 here. And by the way, that's okay. And that's it, really. We can go up here, Highway 64. We can go up here, Highway 64. And we can come down here, 84 or 64, whatever, to visit here. We've got 95, 112. We've got the city of Rutherton. Did anybody go to Escalante High School? This one, did we already? Oh, Lumberton. Yeah, I showed you this one, but for some reason it's not north-south. Yeah, you can see up here in Colorado some lines as well. Okay, they're found everywhere. There's two there. Man, I should actually put this in Was This Atlantis right now, because I always forget. What I do is I just grab a quick screenshot of it. You can see that happening now. I'm going to just put it in there. And actually, this one I kind of want more for the photo itself. I'll put that on the desktop here and save it. But at the same time, I might as well copy it right into Was This Atlantis. So let me close this down. I have to change my identity because of the stupid page thing. I really don't want to do that. Oh, this is sorry. I've got to go to the main. I've got to go to the main page for posting, and then I have to switch. Yeah, it's super windy here in this undisclosed location. I'm going to check the chat to see your comments in a moment. If you want to comment, go ahead. I'll take a look at it next. Let's put, oh yeah, I want the Google Earth. Where is it? There. That's it. Let me grab that address and I'll copy it. I'll put it right in there. And one more thing we have to do is make sure it doesn't try to sell me something. I actually never understood it. Yes, fine. So it posted it. There you go. And there you go. There's lots to look at in this page. I'm going to start to close it down. Closing the photos. This one right here, I forgot what that was. What is this? This one was the first one, right? Oh, that's the Heron Lake Rio Chamas one. So there's 5 places and a new one. This is number 6, right? And you can probably, and by the way, don't get tricked by these artifacts. Those are Google Earth. So you have to make sure zoom in. So you've got more channels here and here. This one is very interesting. You can kind of see how they go all the way across the valley there. Very interesting to me. Y'all think I'm crazy. All right. Whoa, I thought I had a visitor. Okay, let me get out of here. Let me close all these down. Heron Lake, New Mexico, up there in the north part. That's where I should have gone. In Colorado, I was right there, 491. That's where I should have gone. What else can I show you today? That's pretty much it. Oh, I should have shown you this a long time ago. This is why I kind of rushed into... I should have shown this at the beginning, but now that I've shown it, I get... every time I see this, I get a little mini gasm, because I was taking that airplane off. You can see the expression on my face. My friend Johnny, for 45 years now, he actually kind of surprised me and didn't force me to, but just I took off. I did all the work. Now, if you don't know it, this other image is the jet that he gets paid to fly, and I was in the co-pilot seat as he took off, and so I thought I'd show that as well. Let me get that comment thing up and running. What's going on here? Comments, where are they? And then I'll get out of here. Places that I want to go, right? Oh, that's looping. Okay. Well, that's okay. I'd rather do the takeoff that I'd controlled. Let's get to the content. Let's get to the... Let me stop that. Yeah, check out that dash. All those... Each of those instruments cost like $100,000 each. Okay, where is this? There we go. 7 views. What? Let me just get in here. Okay, 2 watching now. I got Let's Go. Thank you, Let's Go, for hitting the like. That is important. But unfortunately, you know how it is. I gotta go. Thank you so much for everything. Yeah, I hate that. I try to play the music, and it always turns it down all the way. I gotta prepare it in advance. So...